Viktor Orban is expected to win a third term in office as Hungarian Prime Minister today despite a surprisingly high turnout, seen as a boost to his opposition. When he cast his ballot today, Mr. Orban warned, "What's at stake is Hungary's future. The electoral triumph of the eurosceptic leader could spark the complete dislocation of the European Union," according to Brexiteer Nigel Farage. Speaking to listeners of his LBC radio show, Mr. Farage claimed that Hungary represents a complete nightmare to the elite in Brussels. GETTYFarage claimed that Hungary represents a complete nightmare to the elite in Brussels. She pointed to the fact that Hungary and a growing number of anti-Brussels governments in the EU do not want to leave the bloc, but instead subvert it from within. The former Ukip leader claimed that the Visegrad group, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland and Hungary, represent the beginning of the end of the European project. Mr. Farage said, "The reason why the Visegrad group is a complete nightmare for Brussels is because none of them want to leave the EU. They all want to stay and destroy it from within. It is really ironic that Viktor Orban's Hungary is still in receipt of EU funds while condemning the place in language that I haven't even used." He noted that Andrew Marr once said that when the leaders of the Visegrad group talk about Brussels, they make Farage sound like a Foreign Office diplomat. Getty Viktor Orban is expected to win a third term in office as Hungarian Prime Minister today. None of them want to leave the EU. They all want to stay and destroy it from within. Nigel Farage, the MEP, added, "The EU is going through stages now of complete dislocation. These countries are sick of being treated as populist morons by a bullying Brussels." Mr. Orban has gained allies and enemies across Europe for his inflammatory views on Brussels and migration. He has often accused the EU of overreach into his country's affairs, singling out its attempt to impose a quota system that would have obliged Hungary to settle refugees. The Hungarian leader has also passed a series of regulations that has drawn ire from Brussels, including controversial regulations on the media, central banks, constitutional courts and non-governmental organizations.